Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to make the companion bracelet to the star bezel bracelet. And this is the interlace, it's an embellished interlace bracelet. So we've done the wider interlace bracelet, but this is the narrow one that is just the match to the band for this bracelet, only it's just the bracelet. Several of you have mentioned that you would love to just have it as a bracelet and maybe not do the bezels. So here it is. So on this one, so the bracelet, here I'll take them off, I did with a magnetic clasp, and this one I just used a fire polish bead. Now some people don't like to do the loop and bead closure because they don't think it stays on, but I've never had a problem with it coming off. It's nice and secure, but certainly use the clasp of your choice. But this is what it looks like. It's, as I said, it's the interlace pattern, but it's pretty like embellished a lot. So it's just a different rendition of it, and it makes a really pretty bracelet on its own or a companion to this piece. And somebody also mentioned a watch band, so I'm working on finding a piece that I've been looking in my my jewelry box for old watches, and I actually found one, but I'm working on, I'll just give you a quick look. So I found this silver watch band, which I think might be could be a perfect fit right here to get a band on in silver. So we'll see. My husband's working on getting the little pieces out, the pin. So we'll see if we can get it out. We'll do it. I'm not crazy about the watch faces that you find online or in on your local craft store. This is actually a sterling silver old watch that I had, and the band was broken. So we'll see. Hopefully that will be coming up and we can use this as a watch band. That would be very cool. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to clear this off and we'll get a materials list going and we'll get started on the bracelet. Okay, let's get a materials list going. So I'll put the colors, beads, places where I purchased the beads, amounts, everything in the description box below. So don't forget to click the down arrow and the show more. I'm using these colors today. I'm so into pink lately and rose colors. I will put the colors to this in the description box below the video. So you need 11 seed bead, a 4mm bicone, a 3mm bicone. God, this is so sparkly. And you'll need an 8mm round bead or fire polish. Now, I originally pulled out this Swarovski I had, and this is just a crystal. And then I thought, go look in your dollar bead boxes. I have them all sorted by color. And I found this beautiful, gorgeous metallic sort of pink that goes perfectly. So I think I'm going to use that for this closure. A little stop bead, size 10 beading needle, probably everything you already have in your stash. 8-pound Fireline. Again, don't forget the code for Ringberry's mat. No more oops bead tray. Anything else in the description box below the video. Colors, sizes, amounts, places to purchase beads. Anything I forget, any notes, whatever. So don't forget to do that. All right, so I'm going to clear the decks and we'll get going. Okay, before we get started, I just wanted to share with you a picture of my companion who's here with me and hopefully will stay asleep. Here's a picture of her before she fell asleep. Now she's asleep. So I'm hoping she'll stay asleep and not bug me. She's such a sweetheart that I can't kick her out. So anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. And also I wanted to thank all of you who have left me the most lovely comments regarding my hand and my sprained ligament. I just wanted to update you. It feels so much better since I got the injection. However, I've been told that I shouldn't overdo it because even though I don't feel the pain anymore, it's still sprained. The injection just kind of, reduces the inflammation around the sprain. So they said, take it easy, don't overdo it. So I'm going to make an abbreviated bracelet today, but I'm going to go through the whole bracelet. It's just going to be, a mini. All right, so now we can start. All right, so thread your needle with about 5 feet of thread, put on a stop bead and leave enough of a tail to sew in. Now we're going to have to add thread here, so I'm going to link my adding thread video. So easy in the description box below this video. And if you haven't tried it yet, it's such an easy way. This is how I add thread to everything. So the link will be down there. So I have my stop bead on. I've dropped down 4 11 seed beads. Now I'm just going to sew those into a circle by sewing up the first couple of beads past the stop bead. I'm going to keep going all the way around past the stop bead again, just to get, the unit looking perfect. Again, like that, and one more time. Just so that I have my stop bead out of the way, and this is how my thread is coming out of the bead. So I'm going to hold it like this. I'm going to pick up 3 11-ohs. I'm going to sew through the other side of the bead that my thread is coming out of. So a lot of you have already done interlace. This is a version of the interlace bracelet. So you might already be familiar with it, but for those who aren't, I'm just going to, I'm going to take it, just at a normal speed. So pick up a 4mm bicone and 4 11-ohs. I'm going to drop those down to the units, so it's going to pop right there in the middle of the units. I'm going to sew up through the first 11-oh past the bicone. I'm going to pull that, and don't worry if it travels, just take your thumb and push it back. You want to make sure there's no thread, or as little as possible thread showing. You want to butt those beads right up against the bicone. Pick up 3 11-ohs. Sew through the other side of the seed bead you are exiting from. This is such a fun stitch, and it's so easy. Okay, like that. Going to sew through the side seed bead. And the bottom seed bead of the unit your thread is coming out of. Just like that. So I'm going to let, for those of you who haven't done it, I'm going to let you get to this point and then we'll continue. Okay. So we're exiting the seed bead here. Just going to pick up 3 seed beads, 11-oh seed beads, and sew through the other side of the bead my thread is coming out of. Just holding my thumb on it and giving it a pull. I'm going to keep this pretty tight. I'll move my finger in a second. There you go, just like that. Pick up 3 11-ohs and sew through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. So do you see where I'm sewing through right there? Pick up 3 seed beads, sew through the other side of the bead your thread is coming out of. That kind of looks like a jumble to begin with, but it will all straighten out, be beautiful. Okay, like that. I'm going to sew through the side seed bead and the bottom seed bead of the unit I'm exiting from. I'll move my thumb in a second. Like that. Pick up 3 11-ohs. Sew through the other side of the seed bead you're exiting from. Pick up 3 11-ohs. Sew through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11-ohs. A lot of 3s going on. Sew through the other side of the seed bead you're exiting from. Sometimes I'll pull the thread and then tug it like that so that all the beads stay close. Sew through the side seed bead and the bottom seed bead. Like that. So you see we have a bicone, and then we have 2 lines of beads, one here and one here. So we're just going to alternate doing that all the way down the length of the bracelet. So pick up 3 11-ohs. Sew through the other side of the seed bead you're exiting from. Pick up a bicone, 4mm bicone. Sew through the bottom seed bead of the next unit. So now we're placing the bicone on. Pick up 3 11-ohs. Sew through the other side of the seed bead you're exiting from. Now what's so cool about this is that you don't need that many 4mm bicones, so you can just like go through your stash and see how many, if you have, let's see, 5, if you have like 3, 6, 9, 12, you have about 18 or 20 of them, you can make this bracelet. And you can even, what if you just alternated? So I mean, so many possibilities. Just grab all the 3mm and 4mm bicones you have and then mix them up. Okay, side seed bead, bottom seed bead, pick up 3 11/0s, sew through the other side of the seed bead. We're exiting from 3 11/0s, sew through the bottom seed bead of the next unit, 3 11/0s, sew through the other side of the seed bead you're coming out of. If you need to, give it a little pull like that. Sew through the side seed bead and the bottom seed bead of that unit. We'll just finish this last little bit. 3 11/0s, sew through the other side of the seed bead you're exiting from. 3 11/0s, such great gifts too, because it's easy and it's so pretty. Sew through the top seed bead of the other unit. Pick up 3 seed beads. Sew through the other side of the seed bead you're exiting from. It's getting repetitive, huh? That's what I love about it. Sew through the side seed bead and the bottom seed bead, or top seed bead, whichever one you want to call it. And now you have your units on, okay? So we're going to straighten them all out later, but this is our pattern. 2 lines, a bicone, 2 lines, a bicone, 2 lines, a bicone, and then when we come to the end, we're going to put 1 line of seed beads, but we'll get there. So you just want, at this point, you want to just keep going until you get to the end of your bracelet size, and that's going to be your bracelet size without the clasp, so whatever clasp you're using, you know, just measure it and make sure that you have room for the clasp so it's not too big. You want it pretty close to the wrist. It's a flat wrist, it's a flat bracelet, so you don't want it to be like a bangle, you want it to be close. So get your whole length done and then come on back and we'll finish it up. Well, actually we have a little embellishing and stuff to do. All right, seen a few. Okay, we're back. So let's, here's my mini bracelet. So we're going to put one end of the clasp on now. So I'm going to add 1 more line of seed beads after the bicone. Don't have to do that. I just like the way it looks. So here I'm exiting a top seed bead of one of the units. I pick up 3, sew through the other side of the seed bead I'm exiting. Like a broken record. Pick up 3, sew through the top seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3, sew through the other side of the seed bead you're exiting from. Sew through the top seed bead and the side seed bead and the top seed bead. So now we're ready to put one end of our clasp on. So pick up 3 11/0s, 4 11/0s, sorry about that. Your 8mm and 3 11/0s. I'll put it down on the mat. I'm going to drop those down. This is what I have, like that. I'm going to skip the 3. I'm going to sew through the 8mm and 1 11/0 underneath. Like that. I'm going to pick up 3 11/0s and sew through the top seed bead of the next unit. So right through this way. See where the way my needle's going through? Now I'm not going to reinforce that yet. We'll get to it. I'm going to sew through the side seed bead of the next of that unit that I'm coming out of. It's going to secure the clasp. Now I'm going to reinforce my bracelet before I go any further. So I'm going to sew through this bead and this whole line of, so that's the bottom seed bead of this unit, the 3 in between, and the bottom seed bead of the next unit. So just going down that whole line. Sorry about that. Okay, sew through this one. I'm going to sew through the 11/0 bicone. 11/0. Sew through the next seed bead. Sew through this entire line. Okay, you're just going to do that all the way down to the end, and then come on back and we'll continue. Okay, I'm coming down to the end, and at this point I'm just giving it a little pull just to straighten out the beads. And it really makes a huge difference. See how much nicer that looks? All right, so I'm coming down to this end. I'm going to sew through the next bead, and then across, you know, where my end is. So the 3, 11, 0, bicone 11, 0. I'm just going to move it this way so I can work a little easier. Okay, so now this is where I am. I'm going to sew through the side seed bead and the top seed bead of that unit. So I've just moved my thread, you know, and reinforced everybody. Now I'm going to pick up 3 11 0s, sew through the other side of the seed bead I'm exiting from. I just want to put that line of beads on this side now. Pick up 3 11 0s, sew through the top seed bead of the next unit. Pick up 3 11 0s. You got it. Sew through the other side of the seed bead you're exiting from. Sew through the top seed bead and the side seed bead of that unit. I'll let you get to this point and then we'll put the other end of the clasp. Let's get the loop on. So here's the loop. Right there. So I'm going to pick up 4 11 0s, a 4mm bicone, and a number of 11 0s to fit around my crystal. It's going to be 22 for me. That's 5, 8, 9, 10. 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Check your loop to make sure it's going to fit around your crystal. Don't assume it's going to, because mine fits, yours is going to fit. Actually, that looks a little big, but I think it'll, you know, so just, you know, make it into a loop and then try it around there. Just make sure your crystal is going to go in there easily. So skip all the seed beads except for one before and after the bicone. Let's see if I can pull out a teeny touch more. Here's my loop. Yeah, that looks a little big. So I'm just gonna, well, I'm just gonna leave it, but you know, just make sure you make yours to fit. Pick up 3 11 0s. Sew through this seed bead. See the direction I'm sewing? Okay, like that. Not going to reinforce that yet. I'm going to sew through this seed bead, so the next seed bead, right there, right here. Now I'm going to start putting on my crystals and 11 0s. So I'm going to pick up a 3mm bicone and sew through. So I'm just going to work with all these sort of sticking out beads on the side. I'm going to alternate. So I'm putting on a 3mm, and I'm putting on an 11 0. $3mm, 11 0, and all the way down. So just come down to the end, and then we're going to go around and reinforce, but I'll do that with you. All right, see, coming down to the end. So here I'm putting on an 11 0 and a 3. I'm going to sew through this seed bead and then all the way up this line under the crystal. We're just going to change direction. So here, sew through the picot. Down the crystal and the seed bead under the crystal. And over to this side. Just get my needle through, then I'll move my hand. Okay, so I'm sewing through all those beads on that side. Just moving my piece as I go so it's comfortable to sew. Like that. Now let's just duplicate what we did on the other side here. So bicone 11 0. Bicone 11 0. Bicone 11 0, and so on. So do that all the way to the end, and then you're going to reinforce this end, and then maybe back here, and we'll continue. Okay, so we're back. So here I'm just about finished reinforcing around the loop. You can do it again if you want. And then all you want to do is just, just sew your threads in. So I'm just coming down a little bit on the side. And I haven't done a half hitch knot with you in a while, so let's get a little half hitch knot going. So before bicone, I'm just going to, here I'm pulling for those of you who haven't done it that much, I'm just going to slip my needle under the thread that's connecting the bicone and the 11-0. Make a little loop, catch the loop, and then sew through. A couple of beads. You can do that a few times down the line. So there we go. That's what our bracelet looks like. And I just want to make sure that I did this right. Did I mess up here? Okay, see what I did? I don't know why. I don't know. I missed a bead right here. So see how my connection is a little, I think it's a little longer on this side. I have 1, 2, 3, and here I just have 2. So I missed a bead there. But I told you, what I was telling you while I was doing it was correct. I just messed that up. So I'll leave that in because, it happens. And, just make sure that you have the same amount of beads on this side that you have on this side. It's going to be, you put 4 on and then, you go all the way around, come out at the bottom through the 11-0, and then there are going to be 3 here. I think I just put 2 on. That's why it looks a little wonky. I don't know, I could be wrong, I'll look closer. All right, but anyway, you get the idea. So here we go. Oh, goodness. All right, so here's our bracelet. Here's our mini. I'll fix that a little bit. Here's the other bracelet. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you make lots of these. Just go through your stash, put all different colors in. In fact, I would prefer this if I had like a different color down the center. I just love the fact, love putting a different color down the center. So, look for try your fire polish beads, try little round beads, try your little round druck beads, see what fits there. Just go into that stash and have some fun. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you make it for gifts, and I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thank you. Bye.